Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. In today's video we are going to be discussing the top 3 finest episodes from the new Scooby-Doo movies Season 2. Now I only decided to choose 3 episodes from Season 2 because there were only 8 total episodes of Season 2 of the new Scooby-Doo movies produced, and I figured 5 would probably be too many, so I just decided to go with 3. Now, of course, in my Season 1 countdown there were I think I did 5, and that was because there were 16 total episodes produced. So there were far fewer episodes produced in Season 2 than there were in Season 1. So with that being said, I'm going to give you a little bit of an introduction to the new Scooby-Doo movies because I think it's one of the incarnations of Scooby-Doo that isn't as well known as some of the other ones. So, the new Scooby-Doo movies is an American animated mystery comedy television series produced by Hanna-Barbera for CBS. It is the second animated television series in the studio's Scooby-Doo franchise, and follows the first incarnation, Scooby-Doo Where Are You?. It premiered on September 9th of 1972 and ran for 2 seasons on CBS as the only hour-long Scooby-Doo series. 24 episodes were produced, 16 for the 1972 to 73 season, which is Season 1, and 8 more for the 1973 to 1974 season, which of course is Season 2, which is what we are looking at today. Now, with that introduction finished, if you guys do enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the like button to help expose this video to a broader audience. And of course, if you enjoy classic Scooby-Doo cartoons, classic Scooby-Doo videos, classic cartoons, whatever, please consider hitting the subscribe button down below. Lastly, if you want to comment me your guys' list, or if you have any comments about my list, I would love to hear them all in the comment section down below. Now, with that being said, let's get into the top 3 finest episodes from the new Scooby-Doo movies, Season 2. Alright guys, so we're going to start out in the number 3 spot with the Haunted Showboat featuring the cast of Josie and the Pussycats. Now, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of background about the episode, and then I'll tell you what I enjoyed about the episode. So this is episode 2 of Season 2, and this is the 18th episode overall in the new Scooby-Doo movies. And it first aired on September 15th of 1973. While en route to this Tom Sawyer festival, the gang gets lost during a storm and winds up getting stuck on a dock near an old haunted showboat, the Dixie Queen, when they bump into Josie and the Pussycats. Now, what I enjoyed about this episode is I enjoyed the setting of the Mississippi River and how it was in Missouri. I really like that part of the country, so I also liked the inclusion of Tom Sawyer, just because, sometimes in some of these older Scooby-Doo episodes, they don't really mention kind of well-known figures that are actually alive and that actually existed. So I enjoyed how they threw that in there. And lastly, I enjoyed the haunted showboat setting. I don't know, I've always been a fan of, boats, planes, stuff like that. So it was kind of cool that they were able to turn that into a haunted setting and turn it into something that eventually ended up being the setting of a Scooby-Doo episode. And that is why the haunted showboat featuring the cast of Josie and the Pussycats made number 3 on my list of top 3 finest episodes from the new Scooby-Doo movies, Season 2. In the runner-up position, we have The Mystery of Haunted Island, featuring the Harlem Globetrotters. Now, this was the first episode in Season 2, which was the 1973 season, and it was the 17th episode overall of the new Scooby-Doo movies. And it had the guest stars of the Harlem Globetrotters, of course, and first aired on September 8th of 1973. While intended to go on a trip to Picnic Island, the gang and the Harlem Globetrotters end up on a boat going to the nearby Haunted Island, where they are greeted by 3 hooded ghosts. Now, there were 3 things that I enjoyed about this episode, and that included I enjoyed the large mansion, which this won't come to as a surprise to any of you who have seen any of my other episode countdowns. I'm just a big fan of the classic, haunted mansion, big house kind of setting. Secondly, I enjoyed the Haunted Boat edition, sort of like how I enjoyed the Haunted Showboat in the number 3 spot with the Haunted Showboat featuring Josie and the Pussycats. And lastly, I enjoyed the inclusion of the Harlem Globetrotters lifestyle, and what I mean by that is kind of like how the motive behind the villain, I guess, was to tire them out so they couldn't win the basketball game, and I thought it was cool how they kind of incorporated the Harlem Globetrotters basketball, of course, because they're a basketball team, their basketball lifestyle into an episode of Scooby-Doo. And that is why this episode made the runner-up spot on my list. And last but certainly not least, we have in the number 1 spot, the Spirit Spook Sports Show featuring Tim Conway. This was the 4th episode of Season 2 and the 20th episode overall of the new Scooby-Doo movies, and Of course, it had guest star Tim Conway, and first aired on September 29th of 1973. The gang helps Coach Tim Conway track down the ghost of an athlete who is haunting the student facility, the students, and the faculty of Velma's Alma Mater. Now, of course, there were three things that I enjoyed about this episode. I did three for all the episodes. If you didn't catch on to that, so what I enjoyed is I enjoyed the athletic setting. I enjoy sports, so that was kind of something that I really enjoyed about this episode. I also really enjoyed how they included Velma's past. It seems like in the new Scooby-Doo movies, that was when they started kind of going back in the gang's past, kind of like their past lives before they were part of the gang, of course. So I enjoyed that inclusion of that, and then lastly, I just enjoyed Tim Conway. I thought he was a lot of fun. He was funny, and I just really enjoyed having him as a guest star. So with that being said, guys, that is my top three finest episodes from the new Scooby-Doo movies season 2. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please hit the like button to help expose this video to a broader audience. If you enjoy classic Scooby-Doo, classic cartoons, whatever, please consider hitting the subscribe button down below. And lastly, comment me your guys' list and your opinions on my list down in the comment section down below, because I, of course, respond to each and every comment. With that being said, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.